This video will be in regards to the E46. Really what I'm going to try to do and see if it works is refinish the center console and the cup holders. The car's 19 years old. It's got it's a convertible, so it gets beat up in the sun quite a bit, and the cup holder paint is all scratched up, as is the console. It's not uncommon. I thought before I replaced it, I'd try to refinish it, see if there's any hope for this, and see how it's going to go. I'm not going to show how to remove the console. I'm just going to go more through the refinish process and give an opinion as to how it looks, and then later in a few months I'll come back and see if it's holding up. It's only been 5 minutes and I already got it out. So here's the center console with all the nastiness, and then all the other plastic trim. I'll link a couple videos that were made by other YouTubers that are better than what I could have done anyway for how to remove this thing. I did not take the top armrest out. It just takes a little bit of wiggling for a few seconds. Make sure you pull the handbrake up as pretty high, and then it comes right back up. So pretty easy. Let's get to work. Similarly to what I did on the 540 when I tried to fix the bumper ouchies, I'm going to try different products because I'm seeing different methods of removing the paint off of that those plastic pieces. I'm going to try nail polish remover because I think that stuff should just make the paint just peel right off. The isopropyl alcohol, I use it regardless. I'll try to see if it takes the paint off. But regardless, I want to use it to degrease all the pieces before I paint them. One video I saw on YouTube said use fine sandpaper. They use 600, which I couldn't find at Home Depot. It's about 400 grit, which is pretty smooth, and wet sand the pieces. And then I got tape because the console itself I'm only going to partially paint. Now the ironic thing is I was looking for the paint, which I thought had been in the trunk of the 3 Series for about a year, and I can't find it. So I need to look in my garage, and it could also be at my other house in the garage over there. So I'm not going to be able to complete the project today, but at least I'll have everything prepped. So let's see how that goes. So I've been doing this job outside where it's, you know how hot hell is, about 15 degrees hotter, because we're having our 500th heat wave of the season. So I tried first the nail polish remover. I put it over here. Really didn't do very much. Then I tried to sand with the alcohol. Didn't seem like it did very much. I think the best so far is just to dry sand. I am not thrilled at all with the cup holder. I will probably just end up buying a new one. But the center console piece, I think with the dry sanding, that's actually going to come back pretty well. Been at it for what, 15 minutes or so with this thing. And I was only going to do part of it. I'm going to do the whole thing because there's some scratches from the seatbelt on both sides. So yeah, dry sanding so far has been the best. I'll keep at it, and I may end up going inside in the kitchen sink and doing a wet sand to finish, and we'll see how it comes out. This is what I have after the wet sanding. It actually looks pretty good, and even the cup holder looks better than I had expected it to. Just a little bit gummy up here, but I think after it's painted it should look just fine, or at least better than it did. That's the hope. And then update, I found the paint. So what I bought was the color bond stuff. I got the primer of sorts, and then the paint. I was a little pissed off because of course I ordered BMW paint and they sent me Porsche black. When I called about it, they said that Porsche black and BMW black is the exact same formula, same color, blah blah blah. And I said, you know, I really would like to have the BMW, to which they said, well, we'll just credit you the Porsche paint, and then if you don't like it, we'll send you BMW at no charge. And I never saw the credit, and as you can tell, that was September 16th, 2020, whereas today is, what are we today? We're July, what, 12th, 13th, something like that. And still haven't seen that credit. So we'll try it out, see what it looks like. The problem with ordering from them directly, by the way, is that they charge you a ton of money for shipping because of the hazardous waste or hazardous materials. I just looked, you can get the stuff on Amazon now, and with Prime shipping. So that's the way I would go if I were buying it today. So my next step is to use this stuff with a rag on the parts to prep them, and then I'll do a coat or two of the primer and then a few coats of that black stuff. Okay, so I've shaken this up for more than a minute like they said. Let's give it a test. Yeah, it comes out pretty light, so let's give it a shot. This is going to be harder with the camera than without. Oh, it's clear. I would have expected it to be white. Here we go. It's coming on pretty good. All right, let me do the whole thing, and we'll see. All right, Siri says it's been 10 minutes. Now we're ready for the Porsche black on the BMW trim. I've been shaking the hell out of this can. Let's see how it comes out. Okay, pretty light. So, by the way, that adhesion promoter just kind of dulls the finish on the pieces and fills in the any little scratches that came out of the sanding. So now let's see how well I can paint. I'm terrible at this. Okay, let's turn it around. Do the other side. So I'm planning on 3 light coats, and we'll see how that goes. This is what I have after the first coat. This little splotchy section is where I use the nail polish remover. Probably shouldn't have done that. I'm hoping the next coats make everything more even. So now I'm gonna do coat number 2, and we'll see what it looks like after that. This is what I have after coat number 2. It is much more uniform. Third coat should probably do it. Might do 4. What the hell? The cup holders are not as bad as I thought. Might stick around. I'm going to do coat number 3, and we'll see what that looks like. Alright, so it's been drying for a little bit. I'm okay with the results. It's a little rougher than the BMW finish. It is rougher than the BMW finish. It is also, so it's a different texture. The color is not a match, and I don't know whether it's because it's the Porsche or the BMW thing. So yeah, it's so-so results, but better than I expected actually. So what I would say, well, let me put it in the car and then I'll give judgment. So here's the final result. Looks better than it did, definitely. Not an exact match, but you know, you'd have to really know the car to know that, I guess. Now to the question of was it worth it? I think it depends. I mean, this costs about 60 bucks in materials all in. I bought stuff I didn't need, like the tape and stuff. But so if you have a car you're trying to spruce up, you know, before selling it, or you know, you just want it to look better as a daily driver, yeah, it's not a bad way to go. If it's your Concours car that you're going to keep forever and you want it to be perfect, I'd probably just pop for the new pieces. And as a matter of fact, next year I'll probably buy new pieces up here, replace all this, and at the same time just buy new stuff for this. We'll see. But if it lasts a couple of years as is, then I think it's, yeah, it's an okay fix. And with that, we're going to wrap it up. Cheers.